This is part 22 of our You Should Never Buy a Clayton Manufactured Home from Hell videos. And in this video, we are continuing to expose the fraud, the criminal misconduct, and the flat-out lies of this filthy state inspector from the corrupt Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Manufactured Housing Division. The disgusting State Inspector Howard Delk. Who absolutely could not keep his fingers out of his nose. And the executive director of the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Manufactured Housing Division, Jimmy R. Hicks, says that disgusting Delk's their most seasoned inspector. And it says so right here in this email that he sent to Eric Franklin, where it says, Eric, see below email from Mr. Blank. I'm sure you've already seen a copy before, even though Mr. Blank has not filed the complaint on a required form or online. As a courtesy to Mr. Blank, please open a new consumer complaint regarding his home. Also, please get with Bradley to assign new inspectors to the complaint. I would suggest we send two of our most seasoned inspectors, maybe Howard and Randall. If you have any questions, we can meet tomorrow. Thanks, Eric. So, Howard Delk and Richard Felt were the ones that conducted the inspection. This Randall guy did not attend, and I'm guessing he's tickled to death that he didn't, huh? So what do you think disgusting Delk is most seasoned at? Spreading the coronavirus, maybe? Or maybe he's most seasoned at showing people that the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Manufactured Housing Division should not exist. Is that it? So not only did disgusting Delk come to my property, continuously pick his nose, then proceed to touch every surface of the house, he also orders a gang of other people to accompany him. Let's listen.
Yes, sir.
Now, I've called all these people that the other parties involved in the sale and the installation of the home, and I've indicated that they need to attend this inspection. And this guy is your installer right here.
Right.
So not only did Jimmy Hicks, who is the executive director at the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Manufactured Housing Division, order this Eric Franklin to set up a new consumer complaint inspection and send two of their most seasoned inspectors to come clean up the mess of the first consumer complaint inspector, tough guy Jimmy Turner. Isn't that right, Jimmy Hicks? He also okayed disgusting Delk to invite all parties to the inspection. And if there was ever a time that all parties should not attend an inspection, it would be during this pandemic. Wouldn't you agree? He's also the one that signed his name to our statement of ownership, which has the incorrect square footage total on it. So Jimmy Hicks absolutely needs to resign. Absolutely. He's dishonest and not capable of running this state agency. And they should give his position to an African American. I've already bet Clayton Homes liar attorney Brent Wells all the money that Clayton Homes has paid him so far, that I've hired more minorities in my business than he has in his. I've hired more minorities. I've hired more veterans. And how many people has he hired fresh out of the penitentiary? Yet he calls me the racist. He never did take me up on that bet. So we left off part 21 with disgusting Delk either lying or failing to document 15 items from his report. And Clayton Homes liar attorney Brent Wells demanding that we go to arbitration, which we did not respond to, by the way. So not only did Clayton Homes liar attorney Brent Wells lie in the letter he circulated around everybody, it would appear that he also lied to the arbitrator. Because the arbitrator believes that my wife and I were the ones that filed for the first and second consumer complaint inspections, and we did not. So we Googled, is it a crime to lie to an arbitrator? And this is what it says. If an arbitrator is not authorized to administer oaths, or no oath is administered before a witness testifies, the witness could not be prosecuted for perjury, even when the witness swears to tell the truth and nonetheless lies in arbitration. Prosecution for perjury is unlikely. So we sent this arbitrator a couple of emails, and we asked him if he was authorized to administer oaths. And if so, were oaths administered in this case? The arbitrator did not respond, but Clayton Homes lawyer attorney Brent Wells did. And he writes, indeed, each and every witness testifying at the hearing on the merits of 12121 was duly sworn by Mr. Blank before testifying. Duly sworn, huh? How come Clayton Homes lawyer attorney Brent Wells answers the question we asked the arbitrator? So all the people Tough Guy Turner ordered to attend his inspection, and all the people Disgusting Delk ordered to attend his, are all potential witnesses in these arbitration hearings. And you can bet they will not be testifying on behalf of the consumer. And they can go to these arbitration hearings and lie their asses off and not worry about being prosecuted for perjury because the oaths weren't administered. Nice, huh? So the last thing we had documented in part 21 of Disgusting Delk's inspection was 15, no mention of the HUD labels not matching. And a dot on the side of the house by the back porch where a half-ass repair job was made. And this is it.
What's this here?
Oh, yeah, that's what we want to know. What's that there?
I don't know. You got a dot. So.
Yeah, I put it there. If you look at that badge there.
Now, you see this right here? It's some type of half-ass repair somebody did here, where they had repaired the side of the house with drywall mud. So as soon as it got wet, it came off. So Disgusting Delk did not add this half-ass patch job to his report, so we're going to put that on the board for number 16, no mention patch job by the back porch. So let's go to the roof.
Now this is where Richard's going to have to stay on the ground because he has hydrophobia, right?
Okay, we got a nail pop here.
Okay, all right, we get up this.
Yeah, we got a lump right here and the shingles.
You're talking about the nail pop in the face.
Yeah.
Okay. What I can do about that, right?
Nothing, right?
That's right. Okay. Did you get that Richard nail pop in the face right there? Okay.
So Disgusting Delk did not add the nail pop in the fascia to his report or the lump in the shingles. So we're going to put the nail pop in the fascia for 17 and the lump in the shingles is number 18. And here's what Disgusting Delk said about the shingles. This is number 14. Homeowner stated that roofing shingles were installed improperly and not straight. Inspection showed shingles, ridge cap, and roof fence all to be solid and installed per manufacturer guidelines. No non-conformance was observed. Now let's see what really happened.
Here, let's pull this.
That's wiggly as a snake.
Here, let's.
Right? Yeah, that's wiggly as a snake. Did you show this to Jimmy Carter?
Yes, I did.
What did Jimmy say?
What the variance is on the roof? What's the variance on the roof?
Not a code violation because it's not. There's nothing that says the shingles can do that. The shingles have to seal the roof.
Oh, and that's it,
It
huh?
has to be, and there's a range of exposure for the shingle tab from one to the other. And it's a range. It can be like 4 to 6 inches.
Oh, and there's no way this could have been done by the installation bringing that thing up here without a wheel, right? Because, you know, if it didn't need it, they wouldn't have put wheels on them.
They wouldn't know.
Huh?
The wheels had nothing to do with it.
Oh, yeah, well, you know, right? Because I've had a forensic engineer come over here.
Right. I was an IPI inspector in a plant for 15 years. So I know. So I do. I can see.
Look at there's.
See that. Look, walk over.
Would you be happy with that? If it was yours? Your brand new house?
I probably wouldn't be happy with it, but if I was having somebody do it on my house, I'd be looking at it as it was built. The problem with manufactured housing is that you get the house and you have to, it's already finished. The construction is finished.
Well, they should do, you know, some quality work,
Well-
right? And this was done by him bringing this thing over here with the Misty Wheel. If anything,
You're telling
it
me
should.
that you think that the shingles were deviated like that because of the wheels on the chassis?
Yeah, probably. Who knows?
Oh, come on.
Who knows? Huh?
Well,
Can you
possible.
disprove
It's
it?
possible, but it's
It's
not
possible.
likely.
There you go.
It's possible, but it's
That's all I wanted to hear. Oh, well,
But
it's possible.
anything is possible.
Yeah, well,
That's not likely. What's likely is the guy who was doing it didn't have enough roofing experience and he didn't get a straight line. A straight line looks nice, but it doesn't mean that you don't have a code violation. The shingles are going to shed the water. And that's what counts. And there's not an overextension of the shingle tab, the exposed part of the shingle tab.
this is a brand new house, all
I
right?
understand.
This
I
roof,
understand.
how long do you think it's going to be before I have to put a roof on here?
30 years.
Bullshit.
You'll be 60 years old 30 years from now when that happens.
Yeah, I'll be a little older than that.
65.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, you know, there's milk.
So, Disgusting Duck's report says homeowners stated the roofing shingles were installed improperly and not straight. That's a lie. I said the shingles were like that because the installer, Incompetent Car Mobile Home Service, pulled the house around with the missing front right wheel. So we're going to put that on the board for number 19. He lied about the roofing shingles.
The shingles have to seal the roof.
Oh, and that's it,
It
huh?
has to be, and there's a range of exposure for the shingle tab from one to the other.
Now, that's a pretty big gap right there, don't you think? Let's see what else he says.
Oh, and there's no way this could have been done by the installation bringing that thing up here without a wheel, right? Because, you know, if it didn't need it, they wouldn't have put wheels on them.
They wouldn't know.
Huh?
The wheels had nothing to do with it.
Oh, yeah, well, you know, right? Because I've had a forensic engineer come over here.
Right. I was an IPI inspector in a plant for 15 years. So I know. So I do. I can see.
Look at there's.
See that. Look, walk over.
Would you be happy with that? If it was yours? Your brand new
I
house?
probably wouldn't be happy with it, but if I was having somebody do it on my house, I'd be looking at it as it was built. The problem with manufactured housing is that you get the house and you have to, it's already finished. The construction is finished.
So what he just said right there was total bullcrap. And the problem with manufactured houses is the product's already finished by the time you get it. Right, Disgusting Duck? So we're going to put that on the board for number 20. He told the homeowner that he should have been present while the roof was being installed.
Your brand new
I
house?
probably wouldn't be happy with it, but if I was having somebody do it on my house, I'd be looking at it as it was built. The problem with manufactured housing is that you get the house and you have to, it's already finished. The construction is finished.
Well, they should do, you know, some quality work,
Well-
right? And this was done by him bringing this thing over here with the Misty Wheel. If anything,
You're telling
it
me
should.
that you think that the shingles were deviated like that because of the wheels on the chassis?
Yeah, probably. Who knows?
Oh, come on.
Who knows? Huh?
Well,
Can you
possible.
disprove it?
It's possible, but it's
It's
not
possible.
likely.
There you go.
It's possible, but it's
That's all I wanted to hear.
So we're going to put that on the board for number 21. Admitted that the shingles could have gotten deviated by the missing wheel. And the key thing here was he admitted that the shingles were deviated.
Well, it's possible.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, well,
That's not likely. What's likely is the guy who was doing it didn't have enough roofing experience and he didn't get a straight line. A straight line looks nice, but it doesn't mean that you don't have a code violation. The shingles are going to shed the water. And that's what counts. And there's not an overextension of the shingle tab, the exposed part of the shingle tab.
this is a brand new house, all
I
right?
understand.
This
I
roof,
understand.
how long do you think it's going to be before I have to put a roof on here?
30 years.
Bullshit.
You'll be 60 years old.
So we're going to put that on the board for number 22. He told the homeowner that the 20-year roof shingles will last 30 years. You think he should be saying stuff like that? He should not.
30 years from now when that happens.
Yeah, I'll be a little older than that.
65.
Yeah.
All right,
Also, you know, there's nails popping all over the place. You know, they got crap all over. Yeah, there's.
Point it out to me.
Here, you're the inspector. How about you
You're
look
the one
around?
complaining.
Huh?
And how a consumer complaint works is that you're complaining about something.
So then
and you
you
pointed out.
mob us all in here, and then you,
I'm talking.
and then
No
you
one else
get
is talking
aggressive.
to you, Paul.
Huh?
Nobody but me is talking to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody but me is talking to you.
Yeah.
Point something out to me. Point it out to me.
Okay.
If you got an exposed nail, that's a violation. They can't have it. They call it in the industry shiners. They can't have shiners.
Well, come on, you can look too.
Oh, I'm following
You
you.
know what? Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. I'm done playing games with you.
All right, go ahead. I'm not playing games. This is for real. I'm with you.
You know what that was? Texas Penal Code 39.02, abuse of official capacity. The right people are beginning to take notice in this. And there's a good chance that some of these people are going to be looking at some jail time. Nobody should be treated like this for buying one of these homes. All we wanted was a nice place to live. So we're going to put that on the board for number 23. No mention of the roofing nails, which he calls shiners. He went above and beyond trying to agitate me, and he did a good job. I am fighting for our house, and he's treating us like shit.
Did you have something under the home or what?
Oh yeah, they're right here. Yeah, there's lots of these, Ben.
I'm gonna keep my notes in order here. We'll get Howard back out.
Well, he don't care anyway. He'll just, oh, that's not, oh, that's nothing. That's what he'll say. There's lots of them. Ben. You know, and this part right here, this is exactly where the roof is. Right here, it's coming apart here too. Every one of them, all the way down. That one, this one,
But you
This
pointed-
one?
You pointed out more joints?
yeah, you see them?
Okay, yeah,
Every one of them.
right. Now, these are, did any...
Okay, yeah. I'm glad you're explaining this to me.
I've got it all, but I'm going to tell you is that these lap joints are expansion joints. So they will move. That's why they're designed. It's because they know that the house is going to flex and move and
Well, it really
it's these
flexes.
things that gotta
It
be-
really flexes when you don't have a wheel on the front axle, huh?
Okay, all right. What do we got underneath?
So we're going to put that on the board for number 24. He lied again about the smart panel.
That's why they're designed. It's because they know that the house is going to flex and move and
Well,
all
it really
that. It's
flexes.
things that gotta
It
be-
really flexes when you don't have a wheel on the front axle, huh?
Okay. All right. What do we got underneath?
We got bent subframes all over.
I think young Richard is with good knees is going to have to walk around under there.
Well, the reason I put this on a slab,
He can't get on the roof, and I can't get underneath.
the reason I put this on a slab is so you can get on a creeper and do whatever you need to do under that.
And it's a good idea.
All right?
It's a good idea. Yeah. It's a great idea. And move and
Well,
all
it
of
really
that. It's all these
flexes.
things that gotta
It
be-
really flexes when you don't have a wheel on the front axle, huh?
Okay. All right. What do we got underneath?
We got bent subframes all
I think young Richard is with good knees is going to have to walk around under there. He can't get on. He can't get on the roof. He can't get on the roof. I can't get underneath.
The reason I put this on a slab is so you can get on a creeper and do whatever you need to do
Right,
under that.
and it's a good idea.
You have a creeper?
It's a great idea.
So I want you to know, Disgusting Delk didn't even look into there. And this was as far as Richard Felt went. It is 32 feet from this side to the opposite side. So I want to know how number 3 made it into Disgusting Delk's report, where it says, belly material under master bathtub where a previous repair occurred was observed to be loose and the repair material peeling away from the belly material. Now, there is no way Richard Felt could have seen that from here. It happens to be directly on the other side of the house and down the wall a little ways. There was only one person that went under the house this day, and it was this guy right here. This is Eric Tompax. He's the vice president of NTA, and he came with the attorney of Clayton Homes. Now, this is a huge problem. So we're going to put that on the board for number 25, that Disgusting Delk was colluding with Clayton Homes' attorney about the belly material under the master bathroom tub. So as long as we're on the under the house subject, let's just take a look at number 7. Manufacturer's installation manual, page 40, observed a cracked concrete block on the outside wall of the backside living room area. Again, the only way they could have known that was if this guy told them. Eric Tompax, the vice president of NTA, who was not supposed to be at this inspection in the first place. Also, by the time he came out from underneath the house, Disgusting Delk and Richard Felt had left the property. So they're going to have a hard time explaining how number 3 and number 7 made it into his report, huh? So we're going to put that on the board for number 26. Disgusting Delk colluded with Clayton's attorney about the cracked concrete block. So both Tough Guy Turner and Disgusting Delk's reports shall specify each of the consumer's complaints. But Tough Guy Turner only orders 6 measly items for the manufacturer, the retailer, and the installer to correct, while turning a blind eye to 62 of the items we had showed him. Some of these items were extremely serious. And Disgusting Delk only orders 7 measly items for the manufacturer, the retailer, and the installer to correct, and played games with 26 of the items we had showed him. And we haven't made it to the inside of the house yet. With everything that's going on in this video, I almost forgot about the bent I-beams. And all the tears in the plastic. And this is it.
You know, we were supposed to get skirting and 2 decks. We paid for them. They never come and do it. You know, Jeffrey Levy says, here, I'll give you a $2,700 and you can do it yourself. And I said, look, I want this roof and everything else looked at first. Right? So, he refused to let us do anything. So that's the game they play. But over 312 complaints in the last 3 years. Better Business Bureau.
Okay, I see your orange sticker. What are you pointing at?
Is it not? It's not bent. You don't see it bent.
Yes. What else?
Oh, there's lots of them if you want to crawl in there. There's orange stickers all over. And there's tears. There's tears in the plastic all over the place.
That was it. So once again, Disgusting Delk didn't go under the house. This is as far as Richard Felt had gone. The only person that went under the house is Eric Tom Pax, the vice president of NTA. So let's see what Disgusting Delk wrote in his report about the I-beams. And this is it. Homeowners showed dings and slight bent areas in the frame, I-beams, and crossover bracings. Inspection showed no consequence to the structure of the home. No nonconformance was observed. So there's 4 I-beams altogether. There's 2 in the back and 2 in the front. The ones in the back are 64 foot long. And the ones in the front are 66 foot long. It's dark and difficult to see under there. So if they were just little dings and slight bent areas in the frame, I-beams, and crossover bracings, like Disgusting Delk's report states, you'd never notice them. Do you have any idea the amount of force it would take to bend these steel I-beams? It would take something extremely powerful. Something like incompetent Gary Carr's machine right here. Let's watch.
He's already destroyed the slab in the front piece of the house. I wonder what he has in store for the back half. And there it is. He's missing a wheel. He's missing a wheel. You think these back wheels are supposed to be leaving the ground like this? The axle of the missing wheel just got stuck on the edge of the concrete. Oh, did you see that? That didn't look good. Oh, he's trying to yank it up there. This guy's an idiot. He shouldn't be allowed to move a doghouse.
So Disgusting Delk's report made no mention of the tears in the plastic. So we're going to put that on the board for number 27. And 28 is going to be he lied and colluded with the attorney of Clayton Homes about the steel I-beams. These criminal state inspectors and this corrupt state agency are supposed to be protecting the consumer. And my videos prove that's not what they're doing at all. And you would not believe the number of agencies that use these fraudulent state inspection reports to avoid any responsibility they may have. And we've documented every one of them. We have never accepted this house, nor have we signed off on this house. And Clayton Homes has breached our contract 46 separate times, rendering it null and void. And some of these are criminal offenses. Isn't that right, Jeffy Levy? So if you watch these videos and you go buy one of these turds anyway, and something happens, you deserve to get screwed. So don't do it. So please like, share, and subscribe to these videos, because the more people who are aware of what's going on, the less likely it'll be that they can do this to somebody else. We still have a long ways to go with disgusting Delk's inspection report. And when we're finished with his, we're going to go through the inspection report of Eric Tampax, the vice president of NTA, who was not supposed to come to this inspection anyway. And then we have to go through these 2 notebooks that Clayton Homes liar attorney Brent Wells left outside my gate. Also, Federal HUD are the ones that police the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Manufactured Housing Division. But the Office of the Inspector General of HUD has blocked me from sending emails or videos. Isn't that nice? So thanks for watching. See you in a couple weeks.